All right guys, Coach Santiago here, talking about a very sensitive subject. Understanding the word quit has several different areas that can affect your player and your family. So the first thing I want to talk about is quitting is usually not a mistake, it's usually a habit. And so I'm asking parents to really understand, unless your son or daughter is in a situation where mental or physical harm could be coming their way, I beg of you to push them through the end of that process. If they think mentally that it's permissible to make a commitment to a program and they can raise their hand and say, Mommy and Daddy, I don't want to do this anymore, and you support that decision, you will be financing more and more opportunities to quit down the road. Now we're talking about what could be a situation where a young man is now a husband and is faced with a difficult situation and decides to quit that situation versus actually being the head of his household and being a man and leading his family through whatever storm that might be at his disposal at that particular time. I remember several things as a kid, and I went to my dad and said, hey Dad, I don't really like this, I want to quit. And my dad, being an old military man and really just kind of pushing me through that process, he showed me early on that it's not okay to say one thing and do another. All right, so my second point on the matter of quitting. Quitting is usually and directly tied to a lack of self-confidence. But understanding that pushing your player to get through a process may help actually build that person's self-confidence. What I'm saying to you is, before you just pull that plug, what's driving this? Is it a self-confidence issue? Quitting is only gonna push that situation forward. It could be tied to self-confidence, and a lack of self-confidence, to me, is the #1 cause of poor decisions that young adults make. And they start turning to drugs and potential alcohol or making bad decisions socially. My next point to be aware of in regards to quitting is quitting will stay on your background. It will stay on your record, not the organization's record that you're involved in or the program's record. At some point, you're going to have to answer the question, why did you leave that program? And I'm not here to insinuate that it's never ever out of the question to quit something, but what I'm saying is you need to really think about it. And I've seen a lot of players that quit something at 10, 12, 13 years old. I see them as adults and they say, man, I really regret doing that. It's very important to understand that when you quit something, that's on you. You're gonna have to tell your friends and your neighbors and the other people that you're interacting with that you quit a program. And I just hate to start any sentence with I quit anything. All right, so my last point on quitting. At some point, you're no longer gonna be an athlete. They will pull the jersey off you. You will take that off for the last time, and you have to go out there and be a man. Leading a household, being a husband, that is not easy stuff. I want you to ask yourself a question. Are we sending men out into the world, or are we sending people out who are males, but not yet men? Because they've been allowed to think that they can quit, and they can just give up on themselves. What's that level of intestinal fortitude that you're gonna be able to take away from this experience? If all you've been doing is quitting this and quitting that, the answer to that question is not much. You'll be that same guy that faces trials and tribulations in your personal life. You just tried to go around hurdles and avoid things. There's an old saying that I heard recently that makes all the sense in the world. If you do what's hard, life will be easy. If you do what's easy, life will be hard. Well, female athletes as well. They're gonna face their own trials and tribulations. And being a mom and a wife and a mother, that's very challenging as well. But to my men that are going to be leaders of households, it's especially important to me to get this message out there on quitting. I hope you guys find this information helpful. As always, you guys can call me at 407-797-8116 or email me directly at Coach Santiago, the number 8, @gmail.com. Hope you guys enjoyed this time together, and I'll be talking to you guys again.